everyone. Welcome to the news desk. Rich Hagon alongside Gaby, Spartz and Scott-Vargas. Gaby, welcome to the desk. You've been a bit busy today.
I have.
Has it been a good day?
It's been great.
You've been mostly in the feature match area, so a whole different variety of things going on there. You've seen commentated on 2 different formats, watched 2 different formats, seen a ton of teams. I guess a lot of players that we wouldn't just naturally know, but seen some great magic too.
Yeah, it's been, the formats have been fast and the magic has been great. The team aspect of it has been really cool, especially watching in the feature match area, seeing how the teams work together.
And how tense is it in the feature match area?
It's pretty tense. Not in the first couple of matches, but in the very last one when it comes down to the wire and all the team is there, you can feel them sweating.
Luis, from your point of view, you're obviously a great player, and in any given team, you're likely to be certainly one of the best players. If you have the choice, would you be in the hot seat physically holding the cards, or do you like being just in the wings, just whispering at the chemo? Yeah, not that one, that one.
Well, when I was on the team in 2012 for the first World Magic Cup, I actually chose to be the coach. And on day 2, the reason I chose it was because the rule was the person with the worst record was the coach, and that was me. So the tournament rules chose it. I did actually like it, being able to watch multiple matches at the same time and kind of pop in when you're needed, and also let people play when you're needed. Letting them breathe is very important. So I like that aspect of it.
Well, we've had some tremendous team action here on day 1, and our team of the day is a team who just had a single loss. They came with a really interesting modern list, including a Jeskai Ascendancy combo deck with Mark Tobias. Out there is Mark Tobias and the rest of Team Germany.
Thanks, Rich. I'm here with our team of the day, Team Germany. We have Dennis Nolte, Fabian Friedrich, Mark Tobias, and Patrick Dickmann here for Team Germany. 6-1. Patrick, you're the captain of this team. How does this result stack up against past German World Magic Cup teams?
Well, I gotta say we are all super happy and excited because this is, I mean, it's a pretty sad resume, but this is the best German finish that we managed to put up so far. Like in the last year, I think Team Germany also made day 2, but they unfortunately lost in the first elimination round. And since we awarded a bye, we already surpassed them. And yeah, we're hoping for more.
Now, Mark, you ended up playing a little bit of a greedy deck in Unified Modern. How did you end up getting to lock up all the Snapcasters, bolts, Path to Exiles, and all that good stuff? How did you put that all in one deck without these guys getting really angry at you?
Well, we managed. With him playing Affinity, there were a couple of slots, and they found a deck that worked with it, so we were doing good.
Now, what was your record with the Jeskai Ascendancy deck over the course of these 4 rounds?
I don't actually know. The team wins and the team loses, right?
Well, that's great. I think that's actually pretty nice. How about you guys? How did Fabian? How did you like your deck here in Modern? We got a chance to see you playing a little bit on camera.
Yeah, we really like it great. So I think it fits the deck choice really well because you can't hate it that much. So, and we practice a lot, and they give really good advice. So we feel really confident with our deck. Dennis, I know we were talking earlier, and you're really. You have your eye, obviously you would love to win, but you have your eye on a top 8, getting to the Pro Tour. Tell us about what that would mean to you to get a chance to play on the Pro Tour.
I've been playing Magic for over 15 years now and never managed to even get once to this Pro Tour, but I think the chances with this team are really great to make top 8, and then the Pro Tour would be just the goal that I really want to reach.
All right, anything you guys want to say to German fans out there who are watching and have been supporting you so far this weekend, and we'll get to enjoy a round off tomorrow morning?
Danke, dass ihr für uns seid, und ja, hoffentlich bringen wir es morgen. Danke.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. I want them to understand what you're saying, even if I don't.
I just said thank you for your support, and yeah, keep cheering for us.
I think they will. You guys are off to a terrific start here, and we will see you round 2. Tomorrow of day 2 here at the World Magic Cup, sending it back to everybody at the desk.
Thank you. Thanks very much to BDM, and congratulations to our team of the day, Team Germany, and congratulations to the top teams, Belgium 6-0-1. They headline the World Magic Cup at the end of day 1. We're moments away from revealing the pools, but we've got a little bit of time together, the 3 of us, just to take a look at our review of the day. And we began with Kaladesh Team Sealed, 12 boosters. And Gaby, Luis, I know you were both out on the floor first thing this morning. Seems a long time ago now. It is carnage, that first deck of the World Magic.
Yes, it is. It's funny, you were looking at these decks also, and it seems like when they're building some of these pools, some of these decks are better than draft decks, and then some other teams just have this like graveyard of unplayable cards.
Yeah. I mean, we did a sealed exercise and we were there sitting with 4 pressure point and, you know, all these Herald of the Fair and thinking this isn't a 3-0 combination.
Well, the first thing you do when you open a seal is you separate all the dregs, and you can tell the teams that aren't happy because they're just looking through that dregs pile over and over again, hoping there's a hidden gem by accident.
There must be some playables in here somewhere. Why don't we take a look at the scoreboard as it stood after 3 rounds, because this is where we were at the end of Limited. So there we see it on the big board, and at that point there were 8 perfect records. They could have drafted in the afternoon. Belgium, Bulgaria, Canada, Chinese Taipei, Germany, Scotland, Latvia and Wales. So well done Scotland and Wales for one thing. So those were the 3-0s. But of course, plenty of action still to come. Then we went into the team unified modern environment. Let's take a look where we are after 5 rounds, down to just 2 perfect records with Canada and Belgium. Luis, how impressed were you with the Belgians?
It was pretty awesome watching them like run up the score. They ended up going 6-0 before drawing in their last round, so they didn't take a loss the whole tournament.
A pretty fantastic team. We had Peter and Pascal Viren, of course Jerome Baston and Branko Neric. Now, have you played against Branko, or do your eras not quite overlap?
I don't believe I played against him.
Okay, because he is super, super good, because there's sort of almost 3 generations of Belgians there. Pascal, the older brother, of course, sort of a team champion the best part of a decade ago, 2008. Peter Viren, a former team member and now captain again. And then Branko Neric, part of the new contingent of Belgian players. So they did great. Let's move on. That was after 5 rounds. Here it is after 6. And we're going to see Belgium, of course, at the top of the standings again. Now at 5-1, it's sort of shuffling up there. And Brian David Marshall joined us here at the desk. You had a chance to talk to the Dominican Republic, and they were over the moon to be at 5-1.
Absolutely. They worked with some of the New York Pro Tour community, Phil Napoli and Christian Calcano, and had some decks that they were really excited about. But I think they would certainly at 5-1 had exceeded their expectations coming in, and they were like, we get to play tomorrow. We probably get a bye at the start of the day. They were super enthusiastic, and are really, again, looking, you'll see this as a common theme talking to these teams, not just the opportunity to win the World Magic Cup, which is obviously everything to them, but just getting into that top 8 is so huge in terms of qualifying the team and getting to go onto the Pro Tour.
And Gaby, we talked a bit about the tension in the feature match area. That's for any given 1 round. Tomorrow, there is going to be an elimination match there and 15 other elimination matches. How huge is finishing in the top 16 right now?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, I think any team that gets a bye right now, just deep breath, feel good, ready to play tomorrow. Yeah,
dinner's going to be very, very sweet for these people. Let's take a look at our final standings. Here is the first 20 names on that list, and 1 to 16 will have buys in the morning. So Belgium, of course, Chinese Taipei, Germany, our team of the day at 6-1, the 5-1-1s, Canada, Dominican Republic and Iceland. Then all of the 5-2s, as we anticipated, do get a bye tomorrow morning. That includes the winner of that last match, United States there. That includes the reigning champions, Italy. It includes former finalists, Greece. It includes Hong Kong, Finland, Turkey. Just great stuff. And then sneaking in 16th place on 4-2-1, Bulgaria, Hristo Ivanov and the team. Brilliant job by them. They are going to get a bye tomorrow. So we will bring you the pools in just a moment. They're finally being crunched up, and we'll show you all 8 pools where your country will play tomorrow and who is in that top 48. Who gets to come back, who doesn't. Teams sweating on 3 and 4 to see whether they make it in or not. How about a match of the day? This is kind of hard because we saw so many different matches within matches. There are 3 matches in any given time. But BDM, we've kind of chosen the Finland against Dominican Republic match because there was a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah, there was a lot of different things going on. At one point, a dredge player was locked out of the game with a Grafdigger's Cage and found a way to get back into that.
Yeah, it turns out you can just cast Golgari Grave Troll, and when you do that, it's like a 7-7 or an 8-8 or a 15-15.
This one was a 12-12.
Yeah. And that's just going to eventually run your opponent over.
When you're sitting there, I know for that round you were on card view, right?
Yeah.
So you're sitting there going, I'm about to put a Golgari Grave Troll up on screen. It's going to get really huge. Is there a temptation when you're in the feature match area to kind of thinking to play the game ahead of the players? Because of course you have some very privileged information that the people in front of you who are struggling to make the right call don't have.
Yeah, it completely happens, and you have to just keep it in check because you're excited. You're like, wow, this Grave Troll is going to come down. It's going to be a 12-12. You don't see this ever in Dredge, but you know it's going to probably win the game, and it did.
Yeah, it was super exciting. So really cool stuff from two unsung heroes of the Magic community, Finland and the Dominican Republic. Check out their round 6. So that was our match of the day. But tomorrow we go into pool play, and it is time to reveal the pools for the 2016 World Magic Cup. 48 teams advance, 25 go home at the end of today. Let's see. Here comes Pool A for you. So let's take a look on screen if we can. So we begin with Belgium, who are the number 1 seed in this one. And 16 seed is Bulgaria. So they're your 2 buys in Pool A. Then Portugal, Serbia, Northern Ireland and Scotland are advancing to day 2, and they will face off in elimination action. So the 17 seed, Portugal, will face Scotland in single elimination action, and Serbia, the 32 seed, will face Northern Ireland in single elimination. So BDM, that match that you saw the end of, Germany against Portugal, that was really important in the end.
I don't know if Marcio's going to know what to do with himself. I mean, he's just been coasting through tournaments for the last, couple of months now, from, the World Championship last weekend at winning Grand Prix Rotterdam. Now he is suddenly put in a position where he's going to be playing for his tournament life tomorrow. Yeah,
that's going to be a huge one. 17 against 48, Portugal against Scotland. Let's take a look at Pool B for you. And this is highlighted by Chinese Taipei and Ukraine. They are the 2 teams that have the bye. And that means that Ireland, Austria, Slovakia and Spain have advanced, and Ireland will face Spain. That's Javier Dominguez. And Austria, Slovakia, BDM, that's Matej Zatlkai and Ivan Flock and co. up against the Austrians of Oliver Polak-Rotman and Valentin Makel.
It's a Team Eureka showdown.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought of it like that. That's very true. That's going to be a great one. So that's Pool B. Let's take a look at Pool C. Gaby will have a look at this for us. Pool C has Germany and Italy with the buys, 2 big European powerhouses. Wow, Gaby, that list is huge. Sweden, Colombia, Switzerland with Andy Gantz, and the Czech Republic. Sweden face the Czech Republic. Colombia will face Switzerland. We have a saying, I don't know whether you quite have this in the US, but we would call it the group of death because there are so many good teams in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sweat, right? You're playing for your tournament life. These are great players. It's going to be hard.
Right. I mean, if you're the Czech Republic, you beat Sweden in elimination, and then you go, right, now I've got to beat 2 out of Germany, Italy, and maybe Colombia, or, wow. All right, Group D, let's take a look. Canada, who've been coasting along right the way through the day. They only lost in the penultimate round. They're through as the 4 seed. Australia is the 13. And Luis, the rest of the teams here. Philippines will play Israel, Latvia against Macedonia. So that means Shahar Shenhar will be in action first thing tomorrow morning.
Yeah, his actually, as has become tradition, a bunch of his family members are here. His dad, his brother, and his sister. So, they might have a short day tomorrow. We'll see. That's up to Shahar.
Yeah, absolutely. No, so that was D. All right. Pool E, Dominican Republic and Greece are the 2 teams with buys, and then Uruguay will face South Korea. And Bolivia will go against Poland. BDM, Poland on the rise at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like every time we get to the end of a tournament, where I'll generally write an article about 9th through 16th players, and you just see these Polish players coming up again and again and again in the standings, and it's just it's a country definitely on the rise, and if they get past Bolivia, they can make a deep run here and maybe get some more players qualified for the Pro Tour as well.
Okay, so then we go to Group F. And in Group F, Iceland and Hong Kong have the bye. I say again, Iceland have the bye. Fantastic performance by them. They finished 6th overall. Einar Agust, Baldvinsson, and the rest of the Icelandic team. Brilliant job by them. There we are. They're the 2 bye teams. And that means that Belarus will play Cyprus with Daniel Antonio as the all-time pro point leader from them. And Chile will go up against Panama. That's a fun one, Luis. And you have a little connection to the Chileans.
Yeah, I'm actually half Chilean, so I'm definitely rooting for them as much as I'm allowed to based on coverage. You didn't make that explicitly clear.
You're allowed. That's perfectly fine.
I will say that there's no draws allowed tomorrow, and they got 2 today, so they're going to be in unfamiliar territory.
That is for sure. All right, so what about Pool G? This is Wales and Finland, the overall 7 and 10. They get byes. Hats off to Wales. Brilliant job to advance with the bye. And that means, oh, hello, Puerto Rico will be against England, who made it through, and Lithuania will face Denmark, former team world champions. So we could see Wales against England in pool play tomorrow. That'll be a fun one if we get there. Gaby, your sense of what happened with Team Denmark? I was chatting with Simon Nielsen, and he was saying, yeah, we were at 3-3 and then just sort of sneaked in at 4-3. It doesn't feel like a great day at 4-3, but you're in.
I mean, you have to be excited to some extent, right? It's the same way that you limp into day 2 in a GP and you're kind of like, that wasn't great, but you know, you get to play for your life the next day. Try to run it back, try to run it up, and then who knows?
Right, absolutely. And there are so many now small tournaments within the tournament. The single elimination, 16 matches. Then pool play, 2 wins, you're through, 2 losses, you're done. Down to 16 then, 2 wins, you're through. 2 losses, you're done. Then we come back Sunday with the top 8. So just being in really is a big deal. We have one more group to tell you about. This, of course, features one of the favourites, United States. They finished in 8th place as a result of their win in that last round. Turkey are the other team with a bye, Kanaraktas and the rest of the team. They have byes. And now, Malaysia will play Ecuador, but potentially on a collision course with Team USA if they can beat Peru. France with Jeremy Dezani and Rafael Levy on the team. Luis, I know Owen's great, but France have a very good team. They would have been very happy not to see France advance and will certainly be rooting for Peru, I suspect.
Yes, I think that is safe to say.
All right. So that is the shape of things here as we close out day 1. I'm just going to go around the table and ask for one thing you'll take away from day 1. Brian David Marshall, how about you? Something from our opening day.
You know what? The Team Mexico, the winner of the Spirit Awards.
You stole my thing.
Oh, no. Did I?
You did, actually.
I think
it's just so great.
It should be everybody's thing. You know, face paint, luchador masks, sombreros, and just tremendous passion and excitement to be here, and just makes you really realize what this tournament's all about.
Luis.
I'm actually going to say the same thing, even though Brian said it, because I think they represent like the spirit. I mean, they won the Spirit Awards for a reason. It's what makes this tournament so different than every other tournament. You're with a team, you're representing your country, and the teams that show this team unity, I think, is just incredible.
Gaby, how about you?
So I want to echo that because that is 100% true, and I do want to say that the atmosphere here is so different than you would see at a Pro Tour, right? You see the players coming in together, they're excited, they want to play. They're helping each other out. They're looking out for each other, and that's really awesome. I think the highlight that I saw today was it was the same as the match of the day. It was Blue-Red Prowess deck that went turn 1, Monastery Swiftspear, turn 2, Gitaxian Probe, Mutagenic Growth, Temur Battle Rage. You're dead.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
And great.
It was incredible.
Absolutely. What's really incredible is that after 10, nearly 11 hours of Magic, we're going to do it all again for you tomorrow. Make sure you're here at 9 a.m. local time here in Rotterdam, because we are getting straight to business with 16 elimination matches of Magic. From Gaby, from Luis Scott-Vargas, from Brian David Marshall, from Marshall Sutcliffe, Simon Gertson, Tim Willoughby, the whole team here at Rotterdam. We will see you tomorrow for day 2 of the World Magic Cup.